Off America's North Atlantic coast, the waters are changing at a speed so fast that some species may be struggling to keep up. The day brings sun, highs of 10 Celsius, unheard of in these parts at this time of year for decades. And scientists are trying to work out if those changes have anything to do with this. A grim spectacle washed ashore. 180 common dolphins stranded in this just one tiny part of the United States. Those that are not dead already, skeletons crushed under now land-borne weight, are dying.
It's different than anything we've ever experienced, with so many animals over so many days. What we get is these animals that have come inshore, the water drops out from underneath them. They're left high and dry, and they're very sensitive to touch, and they don't like to be touched, and so when we handle them we have to be so careful. What we did find is that they tend to calm down if we put them close to each other, where they can see each other and hear each other, and that helps them to calm down, and in return I think it helps us to calm down. I think the question that remains for us now really, is there an environmental change that's changed where their prey are, or something that's changed in where the currents are taking them and what they're following into the bay?
Now the problem is partly one of geography, because the Cape is shaped like a giant bowl with a tiny inlet, so it behaves almost like a washing machine with water churning around, and tides rush in and out very quickly. Dolphins always become stranded, but never on the scale of the past 2 months.
In a cold store 30 miles away, scientists are hunting for the why.
Is that fully developed adult?
No, this is a young adult.
I know these images aren't attractive, but this is the reality of what's happening in the Atlantic right now.
And you're looking for the degree of convexity or concavity here. So
Michael Moore is a British veterinary scientist, now flat out analysing dead dolphins. So far he's found no sign of any disease that would explain the deaths.
Are we any closer to knowing why there were so many dolphins turning up on the shores of Cape Cod?
the problem is that the prime suspect for these mass strandings is one of a behavioral event. 50.5, if you're trying to figure out how the behavior was causing the stranding, it's too late looking at the dead animal. Am I going to come up with the aha moment in looking at these animals post-mortem? Probably not.
Oh, he might breach really close. There he goes. Oh, God.
Could another species provide a clue? The North Atlantic right whale. Impressive, powerful creatures. They're so highly endangered we needed a special government permit to film them.
But I've never seen such an acrobatic whale. I mean, it feels like he's showing off.
Now their behaviour too is way out of the ordinary this year.
God, you're amazing.
That truly is a very, very rare sight. One of only 475 right whales anywhere in the world. Magnificent to see this close up. 40 feet long, 30 tons. They can live to around 100 years old. There's one problem though. They shouldn't be here right now.
We just might have a feeding animal here.
Sounds good.
Stormy Mayo, yeah, I know, great name, has been studying the species for 30 years, and he's never seen a year quite like this one.
This year is an unusual one. The whales are here. They came in much earlier, maybe 2 months earlier than usual. The plankton that they feed on has been richer and looks more like it's advanced perhaps a month and a half.
The cause? Well, Stormy's researchers have uncovered a dramatic jump in surface water temperatures, almost in a season.
Okay, about 10 seconds to the next sample.
And the impact of that should not be underestimated.
Temperature right now is running about 2 Celsius above the average of the last 25 years. And that's a lot for a marine system. It's changed the basic biology of this area.
Leaving one critical question round here. That basic biology and all that it supports, including these terrific creatures, has it been changed for just this one incredibly mild season? Or is this the first sign of a permanent shift? A change predicted by many to reach far beyond the shores of Cape Cod.